G6, like a G6, like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly, like a G6.
Hey you guys, what's up? Just had a great day of Call of Duty and it's Austin here. Forgot to mention that part, but yeah, this is a little bit special. It's gonna be 2 games in one, and I hope you guys enjoy them as much as I hated them, to be honest. 2 bad things happened in these 2 games. This is just giving an example. I mean, this is pre-patch, by the way, pre-matchmaking patch and stuff, but the first one is gonna be called Why I Hate My Teammates. And the second one is called Why I Hate Theater Mode, when the host quits out in the middle of the match. That's kind of a long title, but I mean, this is the first game you're gonna be watching is this team deathmatch on Havana. I'm using the FAMAS, rocking the always, of course, Ghost, Sleight of Hand, and Hacker. But I ended up pulling a really good score. I got like 32-5, which is a great score. And we lost, and I think we only lost by a few kills. I think I made one little mistake, and I think we could have actually almost won. I probably would have ended up like 34-5 instead of like 32-6, I think. But I'm not exactly sure what the final score is because just been busy, guys. I'm sorry I haven't brought you guys commentaries, and there was a mix-up with my last commentary. I did accidentally put on the wrong game. I had the right commentary with the wrong gameplay, so I'm really sorry for that, guys. But so I mean, a lot of you guys might not know what I'm talking about because I deleted that footage. So I just took it off, you know, so I just had to get some stuff off my chest. So what am I saying? Oh yeah, some things to talk about. I heard they were talking about Wings of Redemption said, and I heard from a lot of people on Twitter and things like that that they're talking about patching the why am I talking so fast? Talk about patching the AK-74U and the G11, and I really don't want that to happen, to be honest. The AK-74U is my go-to gun when I'm using submachine guns, and the G11, there's no way you should patch that thing at all. It's a burst weapon, to be honest. It's like a little bit better than the M16 damage-wise, but no one wants it because you can't have any attachments for it. So a lot of people can't use iron sights, and a lot of people can't use burst weapons. So noobs are going to steer away from it because they can't use burst weapons because they can't just sit there and spray. You can argue the spraying factor with the G11, but to be honest, I don't think you can spray with it that well. So, I mean, that's why you shouldn't take out the G11. It only has 2 attachments that you can choose from. And, okay, and the AK-74U, okay, yeah. AK-74U is a great gun. It's the best submachine gun in my opinion. But I don't think it's overpowered. I think if it was an assault rifle, no one would care that much because everybody just expects all the submachine guns to suck. Now, is it really good? Is it the best in its class? Yes. Does it outclass every gun in the game? No. Is it the best gun in the game? No. Is the G11 the best gun in the game? Well, I mean, these are all opinions that I'm stating right here, but to me, no and no. I don't think either one of them are the best guns in the game. My favorite gun personally on the assault rifles would probably be the Commando or the AK-47 or maybe the FAMAS, maybe. But some machine guns is definitely the AK-74U. But I mean, just because a gun's good doesn't mean you have to nerf it, you know. And whenever they do nerfing, they never really like. Well, I know it's a different company, but remember when Infinity Ward nerfed the 1887s? They went from like the best shotguns in the game to the worst. So that's all I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna nerf it, you make sure you do nerf it right. And I don't want it to be nerfed at all. I think the guns are fine. I think they're focusing on the wrong problems with the game. I think there's other things they could be focusing on, like maybe overuses of perks, maybe the losing games in theater mode when you go to the host migration. Maybe fix the spawns just a little bit. Maybe fix the overpowered knifing. Maybe here's the thing I don't get. They did an Infinity Ward right here. Infinity Ward went from COD 4 to Modern Warfare 2, right? They took out they made the shotguns better in Modern Warfare 2 and put them as secondaries. Now get this, they made them better but put them as secondaries. Alright. So okay, this I can understand. Whatever. I mean, Treyarch learns from mistakes, right? No. They nerfed drop shotting and overpowered knifing. It's basically the same thing as Infinity Ward doing that. If you understand what I'm saying, like they're not fixing the equation, they're only making it a little bit worse. Because I mean, if you were to have knifing regularly and then nerf drop shotting, that'd be fine. If you were to nerf drop or enhance knifing but keep drop shot regular, that would be fine. But instead they made one worse and the other one better, so the other one still clearly overpowers one. I'm at, and like, you can't even call me gay for drop shotting anymore, because I'm at a disadvantage for like 95% of gunfights I go into now, if it's within like a 10-foot radius, because everybody just runs the knives. Especially if I don't get, especially if I'm using like a burst weapon and I don't get the first burst on them, then I'm almost guaranteed dead. And I play on tactical, so I'm coming in at a pretty big disadvantage. And I don't even drop shot that much, so even if I did play on default, I don't think I would panic knife as much as everybody else. So that's the first little thing I wanted to talk about. Second thing is, I don't want to complain too much. I'm just saying those are my opinions. I mean, there's more things you can fix than the guns, because in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with the guns. I think you're great. Okay. The second news is, I have a lot of good games. I took some time off from commentating for like 4 days, which, I mean, I still post up more than most people do in 4 days. But I got a lot of good games, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Well, a lot of mediocre to good games. A couple 30 games and a lot of like mediocre, like 25 kills, 3 deaths, 25 kills, 0 deaths, or something like that. Games like that. I mean, they weren't outstanding, but I mean, they're pretty entertaining. And I found this cool little class setup. It's not overpowered. It's not even really used, and you're kind of at a disadvantage sometimes, but it's really fun and it's really good. If you understand what I'm saying, it's before anybody calls it cheap or overpowered. Oh, you're using the AK-74U or anything. It is with the AK-74U. Here's how it goes. You go Warlord, all right, and you bling it, or well, you Warlord it with grip and what's that? Rapid fire. And then, yeah, okay. And then for your, like, you choose hacker or whatever third perk you want it to be. And then for your first perk, you choose scavenger, because you're going to be running out of bullets a lot. That class is so fun. But it's like so, like, I mean, you're going to, like, win most of your gunfights, right? But you're going to run out of ammo on your, like, first clip. So you'll run out of ammo really fast, so you have to pick up scavenger bags. And plus you'll be caught a lot of times reloading. But man, that class is just really fun. Once you get like Scavenger Pro and Warlord Pro, and maybe whatever other pro you want, it'd be a lot easier for you. But I don't have any of those things pro, so that's as you see from the first game, we lost 75-71, and I think that guy's using a G11 too. Well, I'm using the FAMAS, but that's just like my opinion on it, guys. That's just for the first game. The second game is, I guess, it was on jungle. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I do kind of camp in this game. And what am I gonna say? I do kind of camp in this game. Shoot. I just stay up on this rock that you can see me right here. I mostly stay up on here, get a couple streaks going. But I guess somewhere along the lines, the host quit. So it only recorded half of this game. I actually recorded the other half because I had my PVR on, but I thought it recorded the full game, so I just deleted that and just went to my theater mode and wanted to do some tricky stuff with it. And then once I found out that it deleted the other half, I got really mad, to be honest. It's like a 25-3, which isn't amazing, but I like to keep my good games. You know, I don't like wasting good games like this, and I really wanted to post it. But due to people leaving, that just makes me a little bit mad, to be honest. People leaving and things like that. I don't ever, like, I do rage quit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I try to not to do it when I'm host. I don't really rage quit when I'm host. Well, probably because I do better when I'm host, so I don't really have the need to rage quit. But I mean, you gotta fix this, man. Don't lose my good games and freaking theater mode just because the host wanted to freaking migrate, so I only get half of the game. Or you could do that, but have it split into both halves at least. That's better than me not having a game at all, you know? So instead of you guys seeing this full game, which it gets most of the game, it does, but it just cuts off at like near the end. I mean, I get to like 21 before it cuts off, and I only get like 25 kills. So if that gives you like a rough estimate of where it was. But still though, I wanted you guys to see the whole game. It's not really the point where it cut off at, it's the point that it cut off, and that's another problem they could fix instead of trying to patch these guns. But I mean, you guys should give me your opinions on the guns, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and insult you if you have a different opinion than me. Everybody has their own opinion. Just tell me what you think should be patched first, or what should be Treyarch's first priority. I mean, they've already fixed a lot of stuff like matchmaking and things like that. I will say this though, even though they kind of fixed matchmaking, you still run into a lot of games where there's only like 3 people on the other team and no one else wants to join. This is a cool little theater mode trick I did right here. You see it? But yeah, they still have games where people don't join and things like that. I know you don't want to be joined in session that much. I understand this, but I mean, playing in a game where you just lose it, just lose your whole game, it really gets annoying. Just because, like, if we're opponing these guys and we have 5 people and then they all dashboard out or quit out but 1, we have to play the rest of that game with 1 dude. And no one else joins, so I mean, that part's not fixed. I've played literally 150 games like this since the little patch. So, I mean, that's something they could also fix. Look at that. Man, theater mode. Another thing about theater mode is like, it shows like the lag, I guess. Like a lot of times where you'll shoot them if you're recording on your screen, but when you go to theater mode, I mean, some of the shots just look awful. You're like, oh, how did I even hit him? I mean, the shots don't even look like they hit him and things like this. So, I mean, once again, guys, just give me your opinions on what should happen, what should be coming up and going down. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. I think I'm good for this one. Enjoy the rest of the clip as it cuts out. Peace, guys.
Our spy plane's in the air. Spy plane ready for deployment. Friendly spy plane inbound.